saying goodbye to a loved one is part of life. And now for many on the African continent, saving for that day is becoming a necessity. When someone dies, funeral insurance pays enough to cover the cost of everything related to the burial. Tebogo Maria Mashiachidi says it's important.
We're living in a world of, ups and downs, and no one is ever sure how much life he has in this world. So you need to be covered.
While many Africans save informally, she's one of the few with a funeral policy. Rafense Ramasike says she needs one.
I don't have a funeral plan, but I'm planning to go to my bank and get one.
Doug Lacey of Leapfrog Investments says even though sales of all types of insurance are low, they are improving.
If you have a look at the insurance penetration levels in Africa, they're exceptionally low. In many parts of the continent, it's below 1% insurance premiums as a percentage of the gross domestic product. And you would typically expect developing and emerging markets to be spending between 2.5% and 4% of GDP on insurance.
Margaret Dawes, Executive Director of Sanlam's Emerging Markets, agrees.
Demand for insurance products is growing on an ongoing basis. The middle class in Africa is emerging. The demand for our products is increasing.
Regular life insurance costs more because it pays out more. Mashiachidi says funeral insurance is less expensive, but just as important.
The funeral is very expensive because from the initial state you have to, let's say, start from informing the family, making proper arrangements. You have to have the food for the day of the funeral. Sometimes some of the family, they prepare the tombstone and do it immediately after the funeral. It depends, but it's expensive.
But here's the problem. It's a new concept and perhaps even culturally unacceptable for many.
Funeral cover is very well accepted in Southern Africa and in places like Ghana, where there's a huge funeral culture. In East Africa, funerals are a very, very taboo subject. It's very difficult to go and sell somebody a product when they don't want to talk about the fact that there's a possibility they will die. Savings products are a lot more popular in East Africa. Knowing the African consumer is an incredibly important part of the job. The African consumer in East Africa is different from the African consumer in West Africa, so there's no one size fits all.
According to Lacey, this is where many insurers go wrong when it comes to doing business in Africa.
Many of the traditional insurers have not yet worked out how to reach and service the emerging consumer. And Leapfrog looks to partner with businesses who have a desire to change their traditional business model to reach the emerging consumer.
One of the businesses they've partnered with is Bima, a Swedish microinsurance company that's using Africa's mobile revolution to introduce insurance to Africans.
Bima facilitates the distribution of insurance products to prepaid customers of mobile network operators.
And in a continent where there's an estimated 650 million mobile users, this seems to be a smart solution. At first, the insurance is offered as a loyalty program.
So the Bima agent sits where the prepaid airtime is sold and then registers the people buying the prepaid airtime for the insurance product. So if you spend above a certain amount per month with a mobile network operator, you will get an insurance product based on a multiple of the expenditure. And once the prepaid customers have felt the benefit of the loyalty program, they actually migrate to paying for insurance, which is again distributed and sold through the network.
Bima's also adapted its collection methods to better fit the economic structure in Africa.
And if you look at the economic structure in Africa, many people receive daily incomes as opposed to monthly checks. And Bima have created capabilities where they collect premiums on a daily basis. So if a person pays $1 a month for insurance, Bima will collect that in 5 cents a day over 20 days. Now, many of the traditional insurers do not have that capability, And this is the revolution that Bima is bringing to the African insurance market.
And Ramasika, she was planning to buy insurance at the bank. When we told her about using her phone, she confessed,
I don't have time to go inside a bank and go pay. So actually, me being able to buy airtime and actually pay for my funeral cover makes things easier and convenient for everybody.
A new way of thinking for a traditional product in a changing market.